Section 1. The Manifestation of Ancient Evil. An introduction to the nun Valak is an ancient, blasphemous entity. It is a demon that wears the guise of a holy nun. This choice is not an accident. It is a deliberate act of spiritual corruption. The form of a nun is meant to mock faith, twist symbols of hope into icons of terror. Its presence in the entity's realm is a natural fit. This is a game of shattered hope and relentless fear. The nun does not simply hunt with brute force. She is a master of psychological warfare. Her methods are insidious. They are designed to erode a survivor's confidence, to make them doubt their own senses and the safety of their surroundings. She turns the familiar into the threatening. The core concept behind the nun is one of quiet, creeping dread. She embodies the fear of what lies unseen in the shadows. She is the flicker of movement in your peripheral vision. She is the unsettling feeling that you are being watched. Section 2. The Vessel of Dread. Killer appearance and attributes. Valak appears as she does in the darkest nightmares. She is cloaked in the traditional flowing black habit of a nun, tattered, stained, ancient. It seems to absorb the light around it. Her face is a mask of stark, bone-white skin pulled taut over sharp, angular features. Her lips are thin, bloodless, but it is her eyes that hold the true horror. In her passive state, they are cold dark. When her power is unleashed, they ignite with a malevolent, piercing yellow glow that cuts through the gloom. This visual shift is a clear and terrifying signal of her intent, a warning that the time for subtlety has passed. Her chosen weapon is a reflection of her mockery of faith. She wields a heavy, cursed rosary. The beads are black cold, and the chain ends not in a simple crucifix, but in one that is oversized, sharpened at its edges. When she strikes, she swings this crucifix like a flail. The impact is not a wet, visceral sound, but a cold, metallic thud, followed by the faint, chilling rattle of the rosary beads. Section 3. Unholy Manifestation, the Duality of Valak's Power. The nun's power is called Unholy Manifestation. This ability allows her to switch between two distinct forms: shadow form, true form. Each form serves a different strategic purpose, making her a versatile and unpredictable killer. To activate the power, the player presses and holds the power button. This simple action is the gateway to her terrifying duality. Shadow form is her mode of stealth infiltration, psychological pressure. True form is her mode of aggressive pursuit, direct confrontation. Mastering the transition between these two states is the key to dominating the trial as the nun. To enter shadow form, Valak stands still for a brief moment, her form wavering and dissolving into the darkness. While in this state, she becomes undetectable. This means she has no terror radius, emits no red stain, allowing her to move about the map with unparalleled stealth. Her movement speed is slightly reduced to 105%, 4.2 meters per second, a small price for total concealment. The world from her perspective becomes desaturated, a stark black and white landscape where the auras of survivors and key objects glow with a faint, sickly light. The transition is almost instantaneous. Valak's physical form snaps back into reality with a faint, guttural hiss. Her full 24-meter terror radius immediately returns, and her movement speed is restored to 115%. This sudden return to reality is a weapon in itself. Any survivor within a 10-meter radius of her location at the moment of transition is afflicted with the oblivious status effect for 15 seconds. This means they cannot hear her terror radius, making it incredibly difficult for them to know she is right behind them, perfect for landing that crucial first hit in a chase. A built-in cooldown prevents the rapid-fire switching between forms. After transitioning from one form to the other, the nun cannot switch again for a few seconds. This design choice ensures that the power feels deliberate and tactical, rather than a spammable ability. It forces the player to commit to their choice, whether it is to continue stalking in the shadows or to emerge for a decisive attack. The core of the nun's stealth gameplay revolves around her secondary ability in shadow form, placing a glimpse of Valak. While in shadow form, she can approach any generator, chest, totem, exit gate switch. By pressing the active ability button, she can place a trap on it. The action is swift and silent. This trap manifests as a faint, shimmering, translucent afterimage of the nun's face, barely visible to an observant survivor. She can have a limited number of active glimpses on the map at any one time, a maximum of 4. Each glimpse will persist for 60 seconds or until it is triggered. When a survivor begins an interaction with an object that has a glimpse on it, the trap springs. The survivor who triggered it screams involuntarily, revealing their location to the nun with a visual indicator for 4 seconds. The glimpse is then consumed and disappears from the map. Beyond the location reveal, the survivor is immediately afflicted with the incapacitated status effect for 10 seconds. This short but potent debuff can halt progress in its tracks. For survivors, countering this power requires a new level of awareness. They must learn to spot the subtle, shimmering distortion of a glimpse before committing to an action. This creates a risk versus reward dilemma. Do you take the extra few seconds to check for a glimpse, potentially wasting valuable time? Or do you risk it and hope the object is safe? This simple mechanic fundamentally changes how survivors interact with the map, infusing every objective with a layer of palpable tension and paranoia. Section 5. Curses of the Unholy, Unique Perks of the Nun. The Nun's 3 unique perks are designed to subvert survivor expectations and punish common strategies, focusing on control, information, and pressure. Her first perk, Hex, No Sin Forgiven, directly counters powerful second-chance mechanics. As long as the associated Hex totem is standing, any survivor who would recover from the dying state by their own means, Unbreakable, Soul Guard, No Mither, is instead immediately afflicted with the broken status effect for the remainder of the trial. They will still get up, but they can never be healed back to the healthy state, making them a permanent weak link. Her second perk, Dark Prayer, rewards a patient and methodical playstyle. By standing completely still for 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, the aura of the generator with the most repair progress that is furthest from your position is revealed to you for 5 seconds. This provides crucial information about where survivors are likely gathered. The perk has a secondary effect. After gaining this information, the next survivor you injure within 16 meters of that specific generator will grant you a 5% haste for 10 seconds. Her third perk, Aura of Dread, amplifies the pressure of her very presence. Survivors who are inside your terror radius have the success zones of their skill checks reduced by 20%, 25%, 30%. This effect is not constant. It only applies for the first 15 seconds after a survivor enters your terror radius. If they leave and re-enter, the 15-second timer resets. This perk makes everything riskier in your vicinity. It can cause a generator to explode during a chase, a healing action to fail under pressure, a decisive struggle to be missed. These 3 perks synergize to create a killer who systematically dismantles survivor strategies.